Should successful business people give back to society? Bill and Melinda Gates seem to think so. They've joined other very wealthy people in a campaign organized by the billionaire Warren Buffett to give back their wealth to society. If you give something back, it's because you took it in the first place. You can't give back what you didn't take. So did Bill Gates take something from other people? Were all the profits that he earned from delivering software to billions of people just taken from someone else? Or did he create wealth? Some people think that profits are sinful, immoral, obscene, and exploitative. Some even argue that business owners profit at the expense of wage earners. Karl Marx, for example, saw profit as the exploitation of surplus value that was appropriated by capitalists, and he predicted that if wages fall, profits will rise, and if wages rise, profits will fall. Others defend profits and even argue that they bring out the very best in us. Writer Ayn Rand's fictional businessman Hank Rearden says in her novel Atlas Shrugged, "We deal as equals by mutual consent to mutual advantage, and I am proud of every penny that I have earned in this manner." Let's go back to Bill Gates. Did he produce value for customers or only for himself and his family? Remember that if a customer chooses to buy something, it's because the product is worth more to the customer than what he or she is giving up to get it. That is, the customer is profiting as well. Profit for a business is what's left over after the costs are subtracted. The costs are the money spent on rent, interest, and wages. Losses show that the value produced is less than the costs. And profits show that the value produced is more than the costs. Did Bill Gates create value, or did he merely take value from other people? The fact that he made profits by making computing easy and affordable tells us that he added value. In fact, a lot more value than he received. So market processes guided by profit and losses are rational. But are they moral? And what about the owner of a factory who pollutes a river and forces people downstream to bear some of the cost of his production? Isn't he profiting at the expense of someone else? Finally, what about profits from government special privileges? Taxpayers are forced to pay money for the benefit of special interests, and consumers pay higher prices because government forbids them from buying from other producers who would sell for less. Favored businesses profit from subsidies or from the government's exclusion of competitors. Aren't special interests profiting at the expense of others? Indeed. But there's a crucial difference between profits gained by violating the property rights of others through theft, pollution, or special favors and subsidies on the one hand, and profits that are earned voluntarily through exchange on the other. Whether a transaction is voluntary or involuntary makes all the difference. When people enter into a voluntary transaction, they all expect to benefit, but an involuntary transaction benefits some at the expense of others. Did Bill Gates violate anyone's rights when he organized Microsoft and brought computer programs to billions of people? No. He offered customers value and free exchange, and they rewarded him for it every time they bought one of Microsoft's products. Profits earned honestly in the market are moral. They arise from morality and they reinforce morality. The search for profit through voluntary exchange teaches people to be civil. It encourages us to try to imagine what it's like to be someone else and to ask what other people would like. After all, it's their willingness to pay for what we produce that determines whether we make profits or losses. Profits that are honestly earned through voluntary exchange add value to the world. They help us to see things as others see them. They channel self-interest into advancing the projects and interests of others as the best way to advance our own projects and interests. And they enable people to be generous, which is the proper description of what Bill and Melinda Gates are doing.